Hey, what's up, guys? So, I'm going to tell you my experience on American Ninja Warrior. Sorry for the delay. A lot of people have actually had to tell me, hey, what's going on? What happened? Like, you have to actually remind me that I can now tell you my experience because I had to be super tight lipped. Initially, they have $1 million fine per breach. That was not going to happen. But episode aired the other day. Fortunately, I did not make it on air. I put on a good show, I promise. But here's my explanation about kind of the whole thing. Give you a quick kind of recap, and here's where I'm at with everything. So, if you don't know, applying for American Ninja Warrior, you have to do an application. It's a bunch of questions, just talking about personality, past experiences, family, what you're currently doing, training, everything. So you do that, you submit it, submit a quick 2 to 3 minute video, and then you just pray to hear back. I mean, the odds of getting on are very slim. There's thousands of people going, and they even tell you, like, when you make the show, like, this is it, congratulations. Like, people don't make it this far, so it's a really big deal. And I felt privileged to be on there because the community is really cool, met some really cool people, and overall, I had a great experience. So I submitted my video and actually was filming it while I was like out of town for work. I was hanging out with my buddy Drew Parker. What's up, man? Appreciate you recording all the stuff for me. And chopped it up, sent it in. Felt pretty good about it. Done a couple other videos before. Came together pretty well. I mean, you never know. And actually got the call back. I got a call back, asked me to make a few kind of tweaks to it because in my application I talked about some stuff and they just asked me to add that to my part because my video was relatively short and I had room for a little to throw that in there. So I did, and I was like, I might make it. So during that time, even prior to that, I said, man, if I make the show, I need to lose some weight. Like, I'm not hanging on that bar, by my fingertips, just try to hold on. So I wasn't heavy. I was just, I was taking it very seriously, and I wanted to do well. So almost like a prize fight. So I dropped the weight, dropped it, started training. After I got that kind of heads up call, I started going to Ninja Quest. Great people out there, and they helped show me a few things. And those first couple of times were rough. I mean, the hands are like so beat up, forearms are like trashed. I mean, things I thought I was going to be really good at. I was scared to do because I'm older, and the kids are just running around doing it like they have no problems doing it. And but I got better. I mean, I trained very hard. I worked up to 3 times a week. I got the call, said, hey, man, you're going to be on. They give you about 3 weeks to kind of prepare. Not a lot of time. That's why I wasn't posting a lot. I mean, I was just so focused on training. Couldn't get T-shirts made up in time. I mean, I just had to go. So just want to say thank you for the people that were able to kind of come out. And sorry that I didn't get a lot of notice, but they don't really give you a lot of notice. So yeah, it was my first time. I didn't want to invite a whole bunch of people out there, and then I just like fall on the first obstacle too. But so day of, you go out there, and you got to check in at like 4 o'clock, but they don't start filming until 9 o'clock, and it can run all the way until like 5:30 in the morning. You don't know when you're gonna go. And they had asked me to say, hey, is your family going and everything? I said, no, man, I got little kids, man. I got a 5, 2, and a 10-month old. Like, I can't have my kids out there. I'm not that type of parent. And they were like, we'll get you on early. Yeah, they got me on early. I was actually technically the first one, like the very first one. And they had what they do is they have like 5 walk-ons kind of go, and then they crank it up, and it's like, all right, let's go. So, but the time that you check in and the time they start the show wasn't too bad because you had to do more paperwork, you got to take pictures, and they actually take you through the course and break down each obstacle. They have a couple of demo people do it. They tell you the rules, what you can and can't do. That's pretty cool, man. Butterflies are starting to go, and then you go back in a little warm-up area, and they had one of the obstacles kind of set up there to where we kind of practiced that a little bit. And of course, there's 30, 40 people online, and you're trying to get in there. And then the other obstacle, they set up a trampoline where it gets like 20 minutes to try to jump and use that. And I'm like, hey guys, like I'm going first. Can I jump in? So I did that, but it's a hurry up and a wait type of situation. So I try to warm up a little bit, and you're trying out those things, and getting back in line, you're cutting folks, and then they're like, and call like five of us, and take us there, and say, all right, we're gonna take you to a separate area. You're gonna be able to warm up, and we're gonna take you back here, and you wait, and you go. They didn't take us anywhere else. They just held us right there. They're like, if you know me, you know I need that ample warm up time. Like I want to be able to perform at my best. I need to be warm. So I didn't necessarily get that, but it was all good. I mean, it was go time, and it got dark. Lights were bright. I mean, from the sideline. I mean, the first obstacle you're supposed to grab a rope, and I was like, I don't see the rope. So, but I forget what the person's called, or I actually don't even know what the person's called. Their handler, I don't know. But before they call your name, they're like, so what are you gonna do, man? You gonna do something? Like I'm like, I can't. I'm not gonna like do a backflip or anything. I'm wait for the crowd, look for my babies. I don't know. So they really hype you up, man. They're like, come on, put on a show. We got 130 people running. You want to be one of the ones that make it, right? So I said, all right, let me try my best to try to put on the show. So they called my name, and it was go time. And you're walking up these steps, and the lights, again, they're bright. And you're like, all right, this is it. It's time. So I go, and I don't see my family, so I'm a little nervous about that, but I don't see them. So I'm like, oh, man. I gotta make it. I can't fall on the first obstacle. I gotta make it to them. Like, let me just keep going. And so they count you down 3, 2, 1, go. And then you go. And it was our first obstacle in Atlanta was the floating steps. And they weren't as sturdy as I thought. They were kind of wobbly a little bit. So that made me a little nervous. But I was able to complete those like fairly easy. Just knocked it out, grabbed the rope. People are cheering, yeah, heart rate's up a little bit, but you're in it now, so you got that out the way. Didn't fall on the first one, check, let's go. So the second one was a newer one for there. It was called Off the Hook. It was a ring attached to kind of like this hook, and you had to kind of swing and bring it up over, and then latch it on. And I didn't want to swing back and forth. I wanted to, as soon as I did it, grab, go, come off there, because the more momentum I had built up, I'm taller, I'm a taller athlete compared to most of the ninjas. They're like shorter, so not all of them, but they're a little shorter, a little lighter, and I didn't want to have too much momentum going in there, nerves hanging too long, so I do it on the first one. I don't come off. So I did have to swing, and I swing back, and I come. And when I came off of there, it was like time didn't exist. Like it was gone. Like, I don't know what happened. It was like an outer body experience. Like, I do not know what happened in between coming off of there and then going back into the other part of it. But I made it, and you just hear the crowd go crazy. Yes! I'm like, all right, here we go. And I'm like, pumping up, yeah, let's go. I'm looking for my baby, still don't see him. I'm looking in the crowd. I had a bunch of friends came out. Thanks for all the guys that came there, guys and girls. And, I can't see very well. Like, I can't find people in the crowd very well. I got, long story short, maybe I got lost as a child. And it's like, I don't know, I think it's like an order. It's like blindness or some type of thing. Regardless, I can't see you. I look you right in your face and like can't recognize you. So, I've gotten better as I've gotten older, but I don't know. They said I looked right at them, and they were cheering. I don't know, and I blocked everything out. But they were there. So the next one was the one I was actually afraid of. It was called the Rolling Dice, and it was the last three of them. There was three of them, and they're little blocks, and they're moving around. And the last three were like this. I'm like, how you gonna step on top of that? Like, there's no way. So, you just gotta go, man. So I went, and again, I zoned out of body experience, and was like, oh, good luck, buddy, and I go, and I fall, boom, and you hear the crowd, oh, but I was on the edge. I worked my way back up there, yeah, oh my my God. Like everybody's going crazy. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like stomping around. I'm going crazy. I see my wife and my girls, my mother-in-law in the crowd. I'm like, yeah, I'm blowing kisses. Like everybody's happy. I'm dancing, doing all this stuff. And that was it. I'm like, we're home free now. Let's go. Like that was the one. And throughout that night, that one took a lot of people out. It's so hard, so difficult to do. So I get to the next one, which is jumping spider, and I jump up there, and I'm like, focus. I'm back in my body now. Focus. And I jump up there, and I'm like slipping. Like apparently, I guess I had the wrong shoes on. And I'm like going, so I was like, oh, I gotta go a little higher, and I take my time in between the gap, and I'm a little higher, and not like super high, but I was like, all right, just be careful, don't fall. And so I jump, and I go to jump onto the trampoline, and I just boom keep going. so, so the red light goes on, I'm in the water. Oh, everybody's there, and everybody's like, oh man, what happened? But you know what happened? I ruptured my patella tendon. Basically, I blew my kneecap out. Like I get in the water, my knees looking all crazy. I pull myself out. My kneecap's on top of the middle of my thigh, and it hurts. and that was the end of the run, man. That was it. Body was like, nah, no, we're done right here. So I didn't get a chance to take pictures and watch other people go. I mean, I was first. I had to focus in on my run, so I kind of got cheated as far as like going. And but it's all good. I mean, personally, had I made it past there, the next one I wouldn't have an issue with. It was upper body. My grip strength was great at the time. Upper body's good. Warp wall, no big deal. Although I might have gone for the $10,000, and maybe I'd have made it, maybe I wouldn't have. But at least I wouldn't have been hurt. Um, so since then, long story short, I won't bore you with the details, but I went to the ER that night, thanks to Frank White, my buddy, took me there, and checking in with the general. Of course, had to go to ortho, and had to, set up surgery. And I had surgery. I'm about 2 months out now. Whole thing is about like a 6-month ordeal. I don't know. I'm walking around doing stuff now, but I don't know exactly where I'll be at the end of 6 months. But maybe to kind of do something. So I'm doing rehab, moving along, and just seeing where we're at, man. So that's the story. That's the experience. Overall, it was great. Super fun to do. Um, you know, Jury's still out if I'll do it again. Gotta finish getting better, chase my girls around, and yeah. So this was a lot better, a lot easier to do than just write up in some post. And obviously, I can't meet everyone in person to tell you, but it's my story. All right. Appreciate you guys checking up and wanting to know.